I'm here again today. Today before I go on, I would like to encourage more of you out there. Those of you watching me out there, I want you to share this video or share this live feed. I want the first 500 persons to come on. Then I will begin to talk because what I'm about to say here today is very important. The first 500 persons to come on, then I will begin to talk. So I want you to share more to people, share wherever you are. Just keep sharing today. All of the bigger G's that you want to know are going to be unveiled to you. My name is Boima JV Boima. I am the great lion in this jungle. I'm the man who fear nobody. I know they've made several attempts on my life to kill me. Yesterday, some individuals were again dispatched to do whatever they can do to me. They've sent communications to all of the various airports to see how they can embarrass me whenever I'm about to travel. There are so many things that we're going to be talking about today. Today we'll go into the reason why President George Weah is failing the people of Liberia. So we're going to be talking about that. The reason why President George Weah is failing the people of Liberia. I want you to come on wherever you are. Just click, just share, just keep sharing. Share. I want the first 500 persons to be on. Then I will begin to unveil those very important information to you because we need to let the public know this is not about flow beating. This is not about filibustering. It is about letting the public know about some of those major things that have happened since President George Weah became president in Liberia. Some of those dangerous things that have happened in Liberia. And why is it that the president, that the Liberian people, the vast majority of the people elected, why is it that this president is failing so soon? Why is it that the Liberian people is not why is it that the government that the people elected overwhelmingly, why is it that this government has failed so miserably to actually cater to the plight of the people? Why is it that President George Weah has failed to perform as a leader that we all expected him to be, in a way that we all expected him to be? So this is going to be my last podcast for the month of January. After today, I will have to come on again in later part of this year. So I want you to come on live. I want you to share so that more people can benefit from what I'm about to talk about here this evening. We're going to be looking at the George Weah government. We'll start again from the campaign. We'll go again from the campaign to the setting up of the government, the activities of some of those greedy officials in George Weah government, some of those personal wealth that majority of them have been able to accrue since this man became president. Since I said initially that the first 500, I'm still waiting for you. Don't be mean with the information. Please share to other people. Please share to other. I want more people to come on live. Before I can begin to talk, I want to see more people on this live feed because this is about the betterment of Liberia. This is about improving our country. This is about making Liberia the kind of a nation that we want it to be. This is about improving the life of our people. The vast majority of those who struggled in the jungles to ensure that President George Weah become president of this nation. Those individuals, that is what we want. I don't care about the personal view of few other people. It doesn't matter about. It is not about when you are talking. It is about the sincerity in what you're saying. That is what matter. That is what the people want to hear. So share it. I want more people to view. I want more people to view because we have so many things to unveil to you here this evening. It is going to be a very long podcast here tonight. We're going to be talking about a lot of issues here. The juju is definitely going to be part of it, and how each of these officials, how they carry about or they carry on these very unscrupulous spiritual activities against the president. And all of those things, we're going to be talking about them. They've made threats on my life. They've made attempt to kill me. Bill Torre, as I speak to you now, he visited his juju man. He told the man to kill me. and they are still on it. They have made several attempts. They want to ensure that I can be eliminated. They are saying I'm not normal. Do you see me like somebody who is not normal? Do you see me like somebody who is crazy? I'm very normal. I'm very sound. I'm very calm. That is the reason why today I'm doing it in a very calm way. I want people to actually understand what I'm about to say here. Okay, let me begin the process. I joined CDC in 2017. Prior to me becoming a member of CDC, I had briefly supported the Liberty Party. I was never a member of Liberty Party. I was never a member of the Liberty Party. I was just a supporter of the Liberty Party. They're trying to hack this page. Don't worry. Today you can succeed. I finish beating your hacking stuff. Today you can succeed. You know, all your hacking technique, I know it. So, Eli on your Sam Sayon, killer Sam Sayon, your secret are bringing it all today. Since you know about the podcast to hijack my mind. Today, all the people that you be killing in Morovia, I will expose you today, including my own killing Benin, the assignment that they gave you to come and kill me. Today, I'm going to expose you. Okay? So just be there, just be hacking. You hackers say I will come back live again. Let me just tell you. Your hackers say I will come back. So, Eli, so I joined the CDC out of a conviction. I can remember prior to me joining the CDC, I was contacted by the Unity Party. We had a discussion. But then it was former finance minister Augustin Gafwan, or who was then the foreign minister, who engaged me to, or who had just, yeah, who engaged me to support the Unity Party. By then his office was right on Kerry and Center Street intersection. And I told him, I said, no. I said, I'm still thinking on what to do or where to go. So when I went home that day, and I told my wife, I said, look, I think from the way I see things going, I would like to support President George Weah. Even though Unity Party approached me and they made some offers, but I think I can support President Weah. I believe that he can lead Liberia, and I think from the look at things, I think he's going to be the next president of this country. I think I can give him my support, you know. So I immediately decided to venture into the premise of the CDC. When I went into CDC here that very day, I met my Peking, Jerome. Jerome is now in Canada. I met him. I met Bamba. I met a few of the other young guys then who were in the youth league. Then I met Mayor Koji now, and I told him, I said, my man, I've come to join the People's Revolution, and I'm here to ensure that you guys can succeed in making President George Weah the next president of the Republic of Liberia. So I joined the CDC out of a true conviction. When we went to CDC, I was taken to the Sycamore tree, and few rituals were performed. That's the normal thing we do. When you join the CDC, they will take you to the Sycamore tree. They perform the ritual. At the end of the day, you become a member of the party. Then the following day, I met President George Weah. But before I could join CDC, my man, coach, told me, my man, why are you rushing to join the party? We want to have a big program for you and put something in the envelope to give to you. I told him, I said, no, I don't want anything from anybody. I'm coming to this party because I believe that this man called President George Weah is going to be the next president of the Republic of Liberia. And I'm convinced that if he becomes president and he follow what he has already promised to do for the Liberian people, I'm very convinced that Liberia can go beyond where it is now. So I joined the CDC out of that conviction. Nobody gave me a dime. We went through the campaign. There was no village in the Republic of Liberia. There was no town, no community that President George Weah visited in 2017 that I didn't go with him, both in the first round and in the runoff. I'm not saying it to beat my chest. I'm just unveiling to some of you who keep calling me to know that we have our own role to play. We have our own role to play in making this revolution a success. We have our own role to play in making President George Weah become president of the Republic of Liberia. When we went through that process, then we went to the election, the first round. President George Weah did not get the required number that he was to get to become president. So we had to go again to the various counties to convince our people and encourage them to support the government or presidency or the election of President George Weah. Then he was a senator. And to God be the glory, on December 26th, 2017, we won that election. We went to that pool December 26, 27, 28, 29. The electoral between 26, 28, 29. A lot of us already knew that George Weah had won the election. So the electoral process was declared closed, and George Weah became the official winner. Immediately, George Weah won that election. McGill, Toure, and this other guy, I always forgetting his name. He's the vice president for ECOWAS. I'm just doing a review of what I spoke about 3 days ago or 4 days ago, so that people can know that we're not making stories up here. These three guys, they went immediately to Burkina Faso. The first country they visited was Burkina Faso. They visited Togo. They visited Ivory Coast, and they visited Benin. Those were the 5 countries that they went to. And Miguel Tour and this guy who is now the vice president for ECOWAS, representing Liberia, he was a guy who actually led the charge to introduce Tour and all of those guys to these people. So they went and they performed their whatever they could do. Toure and McGill, they returned to Liberia, but Toure had to go back to Ivory Coast where he had stayed before the election. And when McGill returned to Liberia, then seditionists became agitated. They wanted to know, some of us wanted to know what was in the victory for us. For instance, other individuals became very agitated. They wanted to know whether if they were going to get job and other stuff. So the president realized that the pressure was getting too tough. He immediately called a meeting at Jamaica Resort and told McGill to inform the party secretariat that was headed by Mesco at the time, or that is still headed by Mesco, that was headed by Jangako, deputized by Mesco, to collect the CV from all of the partisans across Liberia, those who were qualified and capable and competent enough to work, to collect their CVs and see how they could be placed into positions that they had desired to work in. And people brought their CV. Unfortunately, while those CVs were being brought, McGill opened an entire business. McGill started collecting money from people who are working in the Unity Party government. At the same time, giving them jobs, recommending those individuals to the president, for instance, for work. Like, for instance, water and sewer, 2 positions there, they were sold out. The national oil regulatory corporation or authority, another position was sold out there. Also, the NOCA, the National Oil Company of Liberia, McGill sold those positions out. And while seditionists were there agitating, hoping that they were going to get job, McGill had engaged in this very serious business. At the time, he had his house right opposite Era Supermarket. When you get to Era Supermarket, you look across the road, you'll see this little avenue going. There's a big estate there. That is the area where McGill was living. And McGill collected enough money. Then McGill bought a house. He bought a house from a family on the VOA community, in the VOA community area there, along the Rabat International Airport Highway. And when he bought that structure, one group of the family got angry. They said because they were not in the know of McGill buying this house. So they came to take the property. In fact, they claimed that they had the official document for the property. So I said they will not agree for McGill to buy the house. So that is how McGill, because he didn't have much money left, he had already spent the first $250,000 United States dollars for that property. So he had to reach out to John B. Davis at the LBDI for him to give him money. When Front Page Africa published that article, McGill came out and said that he took loan from LBDI. Yes, he took additional money from LBDI, but the first 80% of that money to buy that property came from McGill's personal pocket. Imagine we had just come to government. McGill had not worked for almost 3 years. He didn't have any source of income. The only source of income McGill had was to sell positions to ex-officials in the Unity Party. Some of them who felt like threatening individuals who, for instance, were earmarked rather as being corrupt. Some of them ran to McGill to bribe him just so that they could soften the ground for them. McGill could do all of these things because he had gone to Burkina Faso, he had gone to Lomé, he had gone to Benin, he had gone to Ivory Coast to do juju. He, Samuel Tue, and this other guy. Today I had a picture. We took picture all together, me and this fellow. Then he had gone to these people to be able to get juju so that he can manipulate the president, and indeed, he succeeded in doing that. So, he succeeded in doing that. So when they came to Monrovia, he became very ruthless in selling positions. He became very, very ruthless. Very ruthless. Later on, Tue and the other guys joined him. On January 22nd, 2018, following the inaugural ceremony of President Weah, McGill, Tue, and this is a friend that is now at ECOWAS. I don't know his name because I didn't see him until after the election, so that's why I'm not too familiar with him. So please pardon me. I don't know him because he wasn't there during the campaign. He only came after the first round, so that's the reason why I don't know him much. So this fellow, McGill, and Tue, immediately President George Weah got inaugurated, and they were having the inaugural ball at Executive Pavilion on Broad Street. While we were there drinking wine and eating chicken, McGill, Tue, and his colleague, later on, they included Sam Manor there. Later on, they included Sam Manor because Sam Manor was already perceived as the incoming press secretary. So they needed their conspiracy to have some legitimacy. So they crafted a list and submitted it to Sam Manor. They didn't even have access to the e-Mansion website at the time. The first listing of President Weah's government was published on Facebook. It was not published on the e-Mansion. Because those were the individuals, that was how they were in rush. McGill and others, McGill appointed himself as Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Tue appointed himself as Minister of Finance. Nobody appointed, President Weah did not appoint Tue. There's a mistake a lot of you guys making. President Weah, Tue was imposed on President Weah by himself, by Tue himself, because they are already playing with their juju. So they had the president in a bottle a day. Anything they told him at that time was final. Tue McGill appointed himself as the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Tue appointed himself as Minister of Finance. And this guy, who is now the Vice President representing Liberia at ECOWAS, he appointed himself in that position. They imposed themselves on the government of President George Weah. They imposed themselves. They completely hijacked the entire revolution from the real people who were the faces. At that time, few individuals are earmarked other positions. Koji wanted to go to NSA or the Minister of Youth and Sport as deputy in charge of youth development. McGill then stepped on it. He wanted to go to NSA, they stepped on it. Few guys who were close to Koji, they encouraged him, they said, my man, they made want to hijack the process from you. So McGill, Pizzo Sedita, and Tue, they had gone to this place here they call Palm Spring to have a drink that night. Koji mobilized some of his Zebra unit. They went there. While McGill and Tue were sitting there, Koji went there and started kicking their butt. Koji kicked the hair out of them. Chunked the entire, wasted the liquor that was on the table. He wasted it. So that Tue woke up. Tue said, my man, militant. Come here, Koji said, don't call me militant. I'm not militant. Now the kind of way you're seeing her. The way I went to your position, he made some utterances that I cannot mention now because of some spiritual reasons. He said that how you can take us to be militant. What make me militant? When you know how we struggle to get to that place, that y'all do out the first cabinet and left my name out. He said, something wrong with y'all? Y'all crazy? So when President Weah heard about that rumor, that was when President Weah called Koji now and told him, go and bring your own listing so that I can appoint your own people. So that was how the listing from the youth league surfaced before the president died. So Koji instructed Milaya Z. Sharif, who happens to be the deputy youth league, one of the deputy youth league chairs. So Milaya Z. Sharif was responsible to collect the CVs from all of those people. In fact, it was at that time that my CV too were collected. I put in my name for several positions, and I got one of the positions at the Liberian Broadcasting System. But for the youth league to surface, Koji had to stand up and fight for the young people in the party. If Koji had not met McGill, Tue, and Pizzo at Palm Spring and Westia Liquor and Cost Marcos, CDC, you would not have seen Koji at City Hall. So the president asked Koji, where do you want to go? And Koji told the president, I want to be the state mayor. Magio, they were against it. But Koji put them to order and told them, I'm not blaming you. So they got scared, they back off. That was how the second listing came out that had the current state mayor name on it, Dean S. Tawale, the assistant minister at Ministry of Justice, Emmanuel Johnson, who also happens to be the assistant minister for youth development at the Ministry of Youth and Sport, and the rest of the other young, including Melissa Zed Sharif. Our own listing came up after Koji's listing. So that is just a crush of how the appointment were made. So when this appointment surfaced, things started to become tougher in the party. Things started to become tougher. Magio wanted to have a complete control over the government. So Magio decided to ostracize people who were not on his side. Then the rigmarole started between he and Molu, because Molu had wanted to go to National Port Authority. Magio said it will not happen because it was Molu that undermined, that Molu had undermined him all through his chairmanship. So he said Molu will not go to NPA. So here Molu told him, then if I can't go to NPA, then you have to leave the party chairman. You have to leave the chairmanship of the party. You have to leave the chairmanship of the party. If I can't go if I can go to National Port Authority as a managing director, then myself will ensure that you will not continue as chairman. That was how the battle for supremacy in the party began between Magio and Molu. Magio wanted to be the chairman of the party, at the same time serving as Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. And Molu said, no, it will not happen. You have to decide on one. President Weah couldn't do anything. He shot. But Molu to be a very powerful guy in the CDC, and he was able to rally the disgruntled seditionists at the time, those who couldn't get job, those who are not getting the appointment, those who saw Magio as a threat to them coming into the government. They rally around Molu, and that process became very tense. It became so tense that Magio even wanted to kill Molu. But unfortunately, he couldn't make it. Moba Molu became the chairperson of the CDC after President Weah finally told Magio in one of their informal discussions that Magio, you have to decide whether to be chairman of the party or you work in my office. Magio, realizing that the party didn't have money to give him, he couldn't be in the party outside of the government, so he decided to waive the CDC chairmanship position in order for him to settle for the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs position. So that was how Magio became the Minister of State and abandoned the chairmanship position. So what did Magio do? When Magio finally forgot the position of the chairmanship of the party, Magio went after every individual that he saw as being an ally to Molu. That is why the infighting began in CDC. So people like Mesco and Louis Wright, those guys that were very close to Molu, Magio started to marginalize those people. So you will notice that Louis Wright and other people, they were qualified to work. They didn't get job until after almost 6 months, into almost a year after the government. And Mesco didn't get job until after a year. All of those people that were close to Molu, they were marginalized, including Chie. I know he will say I'm lying. And this Nova Chie, he was another guy close to Molu. They just gave him job the feed because he was close to Molu. So he couldn't get job. They were always seen around Molu. So all of those guys that were always seen around Molu, they became very, very marginalized by Magio. Magio marginalized those people extremely. Because Magio had control over the system. Magio had used his juju on the president. There was nothing that Magio brought to power. Magio had not worked in government. He didn't bring any experience to serve as Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Besides, he being serving as Assistant Minister for Internal Affairs under Ellen and later resigning to go back to CDC. That was the only experience Magio brought. He didn't have anything to bring. The only thing Magio brought, the CV Magio brought to President Weah was juju CV. Magio brought juju. Magio brought enough medicine and he ensured that he could do whatever he wanted at the end of the presidency. Marginalize those that he saw as threat in the CDC for the years preceding to the election of George Weah, and he succeeded in doing that. He stepped on those people. He ensured that they could not shine in the government. He ensured that those individuals, including women in the women league, some of them, I won't call their names now because they will feel afraid. They will feel that I'm jeopardizing their jobs. But those were all females. Those were all ladies. They were being marginalized by McGill. Those are all people that were marginalized. McGill's only CV that he brought to the government of CDC was Juju CV. Juju was what McGill brought. McGill, Samuel appointed himself. Got me anywhere. Samuel appointed himself when they came back from Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, Benin, Togo. Samuel gave himself the job of finance minister. President Weah was now looking into Tue's direction to be his finance minister. President Weah's position he wanted to get to Tue was not finance minister. He was not thinking in that direction, but they hijacked it. There are big guns in the CDC-led government that you can ask now. Go and ask some of those elders in the CDC, including the governing council. You ask those people, if they tell you in secret the things I'm telling you, don't never respect me. When I come on live, don't look at me, don't even view it. So that was how Tue, McGill, and this guy who is in ECOWAS now representing Liberia, that was how they imposed themselves on the government. President Weah's intention had been to send McGill to Ministry of Internal Affairs. But because McGill had already compromised that job for somebody, one of my papiers too in government, he had already compromised it, so he decided to insist that he should be the minister. In fact, he wrote the letter, he just presented to President Weah. He said, the first appointment here, wait till President Weah said, McGill, anything you decide, hey, they are already cooking. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know what he was doing. He was already, he had finished completely. They're cooking, they're burying. He too, when he became president, for him to go and consult God and tell God, thank you, he went to Menacee men first to tell the Menacee people to empower him so that he can be powerful president. So McGill then went to somewhere that was bigger than him. And when they came back, Juju passed Juju. Only God they can't track. But they were able to, long President Weah already deviated from the path of God. He decided to go to Juju man too for consultation. McGill then lowered him. So McGill then to use that as a means to be able to impose themselves upon his government. And when McGill became the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, he marginalized almost everybody. Including initially Betwawe. When they came up out the marginalized Betwawe, they sent Betwawe to Lipa. Betwawe didn't want to go to that place. Betwawe's intention, he had wanted to be at finance ministry or to go to central bank as one of the deputy governors. Bill was never intending to go to Lipa. But after they made the appointment, Bill too went to his own Juju man. That Bill was made to go into that Menacee where he can't take back. He passed around with human being private part in his wallet. That Bill was made to do that because he wanted to get closer to President Weah to get the kind of power that the other people got. So that Bill had to go to that extent. So that is how you ask President Weah why he dismissed the woman from NPA. They will not give you any reason. You ask President Weah why he took that woman from NPA. They will not tell you any sound reason why they took that woman. The woman was in China doing her live with the president. He had gone to China with the president. Why in China with the president? Now how the president sent communication to Monrovia that she was no longer national. All of them in the plane, they having scholarship. They even consult her that, oh, we'll come in with you. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. So that was how that lady left or lost her job. It will not last. So Finabono took up with to follow the prep. Fina realized that she was losing the grip to Muna in the government. Fina realized that she was losing the grip. When President Weah go to a program, she will tell the late Muna Peham Youngblood to officially introduce him, even though Finabono was a chief of protocol in the presidency. So Fina realized that this was threatening to her office. So she too Through consultation, we encourage her that they should go to Ivory Coast and consult one juju man in Ivory Coast. That was how Finabono brought the dust. There is this dust that she brought. She will put it in the president's food. She will put it in the president's food like this. And they set it on the fire. The more that dust get hot on the fire, the more it get hot in the pot. That is how President Weah will get hot for Finabono. Finabono, I got nothing against her. We have never crossed paths in CDC. She has never done one wrong to me one day. She wronged me one day to my God in heaven. She do nothing to me one day. She has never hurt me in my life for anything I'm looking for. But Finabono too is a serious juju infested person around the president. She'll put it in the food because she's not a cook for the president. It is the president, it is Smith Tobey's wife who is the cook. Because she too, she want to maintain her job. She can take this dust, put it in the president's food, and the president will eat it. So that is the reason why, you see the president is being used as the way he is being used. That's the reason why you see Finabono has to go to that route of even slapping the first lady. Tell me which chief of protocol in the history of Liberia that has slapped first lady before. Y'all tell me. Y'all just gave me one chief of protocol in the entire world that ever slapped the first lady. Only Finabono has set that record because he had tied President George Weah in a hole where President Weah cannot move. Whatever they tell President Weah is final. Whatever they say to him is final. These are all factual things that I'm saying. You know, these are all factual things. Nothing happened to me, I'm okay. These are all factual things. I decided to say it in this 21 days fast and prayer so that somebody can think, because this is the time that I fear God the most. They have all manipulated George Weah. George Weah became vulnerable to them. He became vulnerable because he too, instead of just depending on the side of God, he decided to follow the path of Satan. The next thing they have in mind is to come after the life of President Weah. But they are worried. If they go after his life, how will President Weah, how will they become president? The only way they can become president, they will have to get rid of Joel. That was how McGill decided to start marginalizing Joel, making sure that Joel's relationship with the president can be strained, so that Joel can get so angry and resign and run away. But Joel to be a strong woman, and Joel, if you are following God, I'm appealing to you, continue to worship God. Because these guys have gained couple many days to get rid of you. They have gained couple many days to get rid of you. But if you are worshiping God, worship God with your whole heart. I'm appealing to you. One day God will reveal himself to you. I want you to serve God. My girl, they wanted so much for the woman to leave power. So the first thing, they started creating a feud between the president and Joel. The next thing, Tua decided to start strangulating Joel's office. Back of the benefit that Joel's staff, including Joel herself, were entitled to, they cut it off. They did it, the Vice President Joel Watilo, pardon me, they did it because they wanted to marginalize this woman so that she could get angry and just walk out of the government. Then President Weah will be left with no option to appoint one of either McGill or Tua as a vice president. When that happens, they will continue to manipulate the president and get rid of him, then they will take charge of the country. That's it! That is the fact. That is the fact. That is the fact. That's the fact. That's the fact. Their plan had been well orchestrated prior to coming to power. The only thing they be doing is to execute that plan. The only thing they be doing is to execute that plan. The only thing they be doing is to execute that plan. They've already sent people to kill me. As I speak to you, my life is under serious threat. I've informed the U.S. State Department. I've informed all of the embassies around the world, including the United Kingdom embassy. Their plan is to kill me because all of this information I'm giving, these are factual information. They have reported my page to Facebook for Facebook to shut me down. That's the reason both of you notice I created a different account today, because anytime Facebook will shut my page down, and I don't want anybody to silence me. When you shut this page down, I will go to another page and talk the same thing I'm saying. I'm not looking into any paper or book. I'm saying it verbatim. These are things that are buried in my brain and been there for the last years. So their aim was to be able to get rid of the president. So when you see them shouting, "Back with you, They don't love you, President Weah. Trust me, they don't love you. Me, President Weah, to my God, amen. For the 21 days I go to, you call me free to go work in your government. I will not work in your government again. Free, I won't work in your government. The best thing, the worst mistake that I ever made as a young man was to accept that green letter from you, President Weah. Because I didn't know, I thought that your government was going to effectuate the change that we promised to the Liberian people. I didn't know that your government was a government of looters, a government of bloodsuckers, a government of people who could go any length to kill, all because they wanted to protect what they have. All because they wanted to protect what they have. Have you asked where how the other people died? Why is it that the internal auditor was just about to release a report that could have implicated Tue and some of the officials of WIA? Fortnight to that particular release, this man lost his life. All we could hear was that the man fell from the barrister and died. Why? Why do you think President Weah is so sensitive to the plight of you? Because they have made him so stupid. President Weah, I'm sorry to use that word, but they have made you so stupid. You can't, everything you do for me, those that are close to me, I can tell them you don't forgive the president. Because everything you do, you're not doing it by yourself. You are being manipulated. These guys, their aim is to make the Liberian people to hate you so much. And this is what they're going to do. They will continue to marginalize Vice President Joao Taylor. They will even continue VP Taylor. If you are sitting somewhere, get this to what I'm saying. They will even send people to kill you if they need be. Their aim is to ensure that before 2023, you are not in that vice presidency. That's their aim. Toward the McGill. That's their aim. The one president we have to appoint one of them. Before 2023, they want to take hold of the presidency. Yes, Charles here, don't call me. Please don't call me. Charles here, I beg you, don't call me. Okay? You can monitor after the monitor, you can call me. My life is already in danger. They have threatened to kill me. I'm going to unveil whatever I have to the Liberian people. So that when the Liberian people get the information, whatever they want to do, let them do it. But my life is in danger already. As I speak to you, my life is in serious danger. My life is in danger, Liberian people. I want you all to know President Weah, his President Weah's officials, Nathaniel McGill, Bill Trawe, Tokonkui, and Finabono, and Samuel Tue, they have all orchestrated a plan and sent Sam Seyon to get rid of me. Their aim is to kill me. That is their plight. Their entire aim is to kill me. This is an SOS call to all Liberians, wherever you are. Know that they have planned to kill me. I will not sit and die without unveiling this information to the people. Okay? So just know that this is a plan, is a well orchestrated plan. That is a plan. Their plan is to kill me. Minister Tue and Bill Trawe, Nathaniel McGill, and Finabono Tokonkui. They have instructed Sam Seyon to go at every length to ensure that they kill me. I want you all to know. The plan of McGill, he don't love President Weah. McGill want to hijack the government. His aim is to make sure Joao either they get rid of Joao get fair and leave the presidency. Then President Weah will be compelled now to appoint one of them to be vice president. Then they will get rid of President Weah and take over the country. That is what they want. Nothing else. I have absolutely nothing against these people. I have no enmity against them. But that's just what they are doing. Their aim is to destroy you. Their aim is to hijack the government. And I will not sit here and allow that to happen. I was close to Tue. You saw some of the beginners saying it. I was very close to Tue. I used to enter Tue's bedroom. I was close to McGill. They used to call me their pikin. I know them well. I was the only person I was not close to Finabono. I will not lie here. Bill Trawe, I was not too close to him. But McGill, Tue, I was too close to them. I know everything about them. I know them in and out. They don't love you, President Weah. Their only aim is to destroy you. Ask them what they want to do Burkina Faso when you won election. Ask McGill. McGill got a special room to a house. Ask him why he can go do that before you go. Why he can wait for everybody to go to work before he take back. Why McGill can wait for everybody to leave it, including a wife Nije, that other opportunity to passing around after that. She's so much in love today. You left man for almost 5 years because the man was not having money now because by the time you are president, we are one election, you took your bundle and ran to him after that you saw kind of serious work. The next time you carry my inbox, I will disgrace you. I warn you the morning. You will carry my inbox again. I just give you warning shot. Then opportunities like you. Let me forget about you said. Why you think my girl will wait for everybody to leave a house before you bathe? Why you think my girl and others they run a sex cult in the government? They believe that when they fuck you, I'm sorry to say that, they believe that when they have sex with you, then you become submissive to them. That's who they are. That's who they are. It's a whole cult that they run. It's a whole cult that they run in that country. Why are we sitting down? We have to rise up through our prayers, our respective prayers. If you are a Christian, this is the best time that you can engage God. The churches, most of the churches have failed us. You know, most of the churches have failed us. Some of them, they are in bed with some of these people. That's why they can't look at the president's face and tell him the truth. Because they've lived 1,000, 2,000 years gave to them. So they ain't able to look at the president and tell him the truth. Most of the churches have been manipulated. You know, we expect people who are strong men of God enough to rise up and speak on behalf of the nation. Liberia is falling. Liberia is sinking. They don't love you. As I speak to you, they have instructed, they are suspecting I'm in 3 countries. They are suspecting I'm in Sierra Leone. They are suspecting I'm in Turkey. They are suspecting I'm in Gambia and Senegal. So they have instructed the government of those people they've instructed them to follow me continuously, to know my IP address, to know my exact location. They've done all of that. That's why even when I came live, they were hacking my page. You notice when I'm coming live, they didn't announce it today. That's why I created a different Facebook page. They have reported me to Facebook. Facebook is currently reviewing it. You know, so they have done all of that. Their aim is they don't love you. They don't love you, President Weah. For me, to my God, like bro, people, y'all listen to me. Y'all listen to me. They may call me today to work in a government. I won't work in a government again. For anything I'm looking for. I don't want to work in President Weah government again. I don't want to work in President Weah government again. I was in serious trouble when I was working in that government. I will never ever work in President Weah government. You call me the 50th time President Weah. Let my father die. Honor this well, I wake up. I will never work with you. Whether you're not in presidency, said. So long those people, those guys are terrible. They are terrible. They are terrible. That's the reason why we need to have good people like that were around President Weah. People who were advocating for the common people to get jobs, for the common people to get work. People like Muna Peham Youngblood. How they died. When Muna was sick, Magin made sure that President Weah did not get support to that lady. The only time they ensured that President Weah could do something for Muna when Muna died. No matter what thing they were doing. When Muna was sick, they gave him a time. Muna was begging people around for money. I'm telling you, quote me anywhere. They abandoned Muna on her sick bed. They abandoned Muna on her sick bed. They didn't do right for her. The only time they realized Muna was important when she died. Because the third election was coming so that they could use the body for campaign. You know, those are some of the wickedness they did. Those are some of the wickedness they did. The one the last time I told people, the Sacramento tree are telling people to go to, that's what Muna meant. Muna meant that people should come back to their consciences and realize that this is what you stood for. These are some of the things that you promised to do for the people, and you didn't do it. So what are those? They never ever supported Muna. Muna was dying in her sick bed. Ask the family of Muna. The last person that called Muna before Muna could die, where's the cell phone? Where's the cell phone? The last person that spoke to Muna, where is the cell phone? Where's that phone? Where's that telephone? The last individual that spoke to Muna. So these are some of the people who were sacrificed for this so-called revolution. You get me? Magel Tua can go any length to kill you. The moment I'm not saying it was Tua that killed the internal auditor, but y'all listen to the joke. The moment the man died, Tua drove everybody from his yard. He was so terrified because that was the first time to see the life of somebody being taken. He stayed in Morovia Saturday, Sunday, Monday afternoon. Go to the airport and check. 3 days after that man died. If you see any record that Tua left the country, don't never explain me. He didn't come back until after 1 month. Tua had to run away from Liberia. He went straight to Burkina Faso. From now, he came to Ivory Coast for his family. When he came, he lied that he went for international conference that lied. Because the guiltiness was in him. The guiltiness was in him. The guiltiness was in him. Those guys are evil people. They are all evil people. They are all evil people. I'm calling on the world to let you know you don't have to take me out of Africa. You can keep me somewhere. But I just want you to know that my life is not safe, that these guys are doing everything to kill me. I have more revelations to make to our Liberian people. This is just part 3 of part 25. Part 3 of part 25. I will explain everything. For me, I have confessed my sins. I've asked God for mercy. Whatever evil I committed yesterday, I keep my page. Don't worry. They keep hacking my page. President Weah, you are surrounded by evil people. You are surrounded by evil people. Some of you are asking why I couldn't tell why we're in government. You expected me to say these things that I'm saying. I wouldn't die the next day. You're brave in it. Something must be wrong with y'all. Some of y'all, you see some of the things that like a mimi to get fed. How you expect me to say that kind of thing in Monrovia? Or even in Sierra Leone? You think they will not butcher me? You think if I were in Freetown, I will say that kind of thing? You think they will not butcher me? The guys are desperate. My girl can go any length to kill you. Oh, my girl, the company that fixing the road, I'm not talking about the asphalt road, but there's a company called East End. Go and do your own background investigation. The East End company that is fixing the road, the cement road, the concrete roads. My girl got 50% share in our company. There's a young boy called Boima. His last name is Boima. He's the one that managed Mage's share of that company. He's always at Mage's house. So all of the concrete roads that you see, if the government spend 5 million to fix a concrete road, I'm just giving you an example. Maybe you spend 1 million for 1 kilometer road. Mage got share in that 1 kilo in that 1 million. If their profit is 500,000 or 200,000, Mage got 50% profit. So that's the reason why Mage is the richest man. When you go in, say when you pay City Hall, you pay City Plaza. When you pay City Hall, you pay the plaza, the building where they got the player man. Where they used to have the beach. There's a beach that used to be after City Hall on your right. Michael, the hotel that is building it. It is Michael that is building it. But he said it is one international company, one international hotel that Michael is the one building it. He just in partnership with that company because he don't want President Weah to know. Emma Glasgow, they lady at fishery. She can't say she I see her in medicine Benin. So I'm not going to spoil her name in our part. But the only thing Emma Glasgow, now my dear sister, we are in Winners Chapel. We are in church. We are all in Winners Chapel. I challenge her. Just like I say, let him come out and say, we are in 21 days, let him come out and say, I lie on her. When the donors ask her why the EU want to back off. Today I wrote it today we'll publish it in the African Monitor. Ask them why the EU want to back off. Ask them why the EU want to back off from the fishery sector. Ask them why all of these big donor companies want to leave. The reason why they want to leave is because Emma Glasgow has monopolized the money. When the people bring their money, Emma Glasgow will take the money and carry it to her house. In less than 3 years of Georgia government, Emma Glasgow got 4 houses. She make less than $6,000 US. She got four. When I'm talking about cars, go to Emma Glasgow's compound today. She got 4 cars. When that money comes to now 2 million, 3 million, Emma will pull it to her house. I wonder if President Weah know about it. I wonder if he know. Emma will take that money to her house. How did I know? There was a time I went to 12 for some money for media people. 12 sent me to Emma Hall for $10,000 cash. I brought it to him. I don't want to say anything. Boima, JV, Boima. I went there, they gave me $10,000. So you have to tell yourself, I'm not suffering that government. I have contacted them. But enough is enough. Liberia must be liberated. When I made vow to come in government, I did not come in government to shut up my mouth. That's why when President Weah blunder in the first 1 year, I told him. And all of them got angry with me. 12 sent me for that money, I brought it to him. 10,000 cash. I'm not talking about 1,000. 10,000 cash in somebody home. Brand new. $100 bill. Brand new. Benjamin, John, Franklin, Benjamin, no. Brand new. I brought it. I put it to them. Brand new. I went for it. JV went for that money. I brought it. So that thing they're talking I'm frustrated. Why would I be frustrated? I brought that money. Try to get me late for my weekend. I alone that my other friend I had, that traitor. They will call it that shot, don't pay one. All in the yard that day. He will tell you a lie because he already sell out. Anything he can just go for it. He didn't get conscience. You get me? So these are some of the things. We can run a government that is infested in corruption. Has President Weah sat down and look at his counterpart in his neighborhood, Sierra Leone? Look at how the Sierra Leone government has been able to do to fight corruption. Look at how. And somebody is telling me why you didn't say these things when you were in government. Why did you say that? What you expected me to say these things while I was in government so that somebody could take my life? Even where I am right now, I feel paranoid. My life is under threat. They have instructed Sam Seyon to ensure that I'm dead before the end of this month. But except there is no God, that's the only way they will succeed. But as long as God is in heaven, they will not succeed. They are not going to succeed. We came to power to liberate the people. We came to power to liberate the people. We did not come to power to enrich ourselves. We did not come to power to make ourselves wealthy. We did not come to power to make few people rich. Today, McGill got 3 solid buildings in Monrovia. Somebody will say I'm saying it out of envy. Government or business? Well, how much McGill making? McGill make $6,000, $7,000 US as a salary after taxes. Where did McGill get $250,000 from? In less than 1 year, when we came in less than 3 months to build, to own a building, that when you put it together, everything costs more than $300,000. Where did McGill get money from to build the estate that he get on the highway towards the John Bessie Beach? You will see one extravagant estate, 10 houses in that place. Beach property, where did he get it? Somebody said they should have taken the money abroad. So that only McGill is supposed to build a house. What about the old man in Sino? They promised to fix the coastal defense road. Where are those roads? Where are all of those projects that they promised our people? And yet, when you talk, they say, why are you talking now? You wanted me to say these things while I was in Monrovia? Do you really want it? I should have said it while I am out, so that I can be alive. Golden Beach, yeah, that's the name. Golden Beach. When you reach the Golden Beach, the road that people use to pass to go to Golden Beach, you will see one serious building, the people working day and night. That McGill get a hotel there. It is owned by McGill. It is owned by McGill. Someone bought a brand new house in Ivory Coast for a family. There his wife and children live in Abidjan. He bought it. So why you think people should be suffering and few other guys enjoy? Why do you think? That's the reason why they go at any length to kill you. They go at any length to take your life. They go at any length to kill you. And by the time people die, they can be the first to come and start talking. They're like parrot. They're like parrot. Their aim is to take my life. I'm telling you. Their aim is to kill me. But except they are God, that's the only way they will succeed. But as long as they are not God, you will see me sitting down in this chair every day exposing them. They can't do nothing to me. They can't do nothing to me. Where did they get money from? In less than 3 years. Today, McGill is one of the richest men in Liberia. McGill who are begging. We used to say that McGill used to sit in a car and send us to Capital Building to go beg people to come get him money. Now McGill today acting like a rich man. McGill used to sit in a car. He will be spying. When he see the other lawmaker come and say, man, you. Wake up, my man, at your time. Go ask that man for money. Go tell the man, say, my gas I'm waiting for him here. Or he will say, y'all go check in the mail office to know whether he's there so that I can go there. Me, J2, are you that acting that you wipe material down? You are nowhere, you are in Monrovia moving from one man to another looking for money. So don't carry my inbox again to come be causing me. You get value, you are an opportunist woman. You great seeker. You only let Maggie today because Maggie can't even function. He can't do more better. So you only why you only behind your friend women moving from woman to another woman to suck you. Because your husband can't do more better. He can't do more better. Your husband is malfunction man. He can't do more better. So that when you move from place to place, going from woman to woman, pay people to sex you. Because your husband can sex. You ain't get strength. You get me? You only behind a man. Today, Maggie not in power. You will be the first to leave. So shut out your mouth. Don't even make me look at. I want you yesterday to start sending me messages, insulting me. I told you I ready to come for you. I will come for you. And my own update, I can't do any secret. Go hide behind one name they call cancel rest and can't be causing me. You, your husband can function. You only behind a man because the man, how you're asking how I got to know the man can function. The man will love you to one girl. That myself will love you to the girl. But here you go. They used to go to Palm Spring Hotel. Like a place they used to go. When he go, Maggie, the girl will blow, Maggie can't stand. Maggie will just sleep weird. The girl will call me, can't hang out with me. Now the girl, is very man, I just fuck up and he can't do nothing. I will not call her name. But she too, I noticed that she be misbehaving. I will expose her too. You know, it is not time to keep secret. So you know that you got your secret and you know about it. They time and that friendship or favor being I will expose you. All of y'all I think that you're so more in love with President we are today. Why love your guy for the man? Why love your guy for the man? You need it. Why love you that were passing around moving, jumping from man to man. Today your husband now presidential affairs minister, you now still satisfy you moving from one picking to another picking, begging them to have sex with you. Now you don't want to come and put more on me. Showing your man picture to me. You ever follow behind my girl? You ever follow behind my girl? When my girl was poor? You ever follow behind my girl? When my girl was poor? You ever follow behind my girl? When my girl was poor? The moment they announced President Obia as president, when Maggie went appointed himself as Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, the next day I went back to Maggie and met Nije in the chair. I think that she see your wife material now. Oh, honey, what you want to eat? What do you want to cook today? What are you ever asked Maggie when he was struggling to be Minister of State for Presidential Affairs? What are? This is just a warning to you. The next time you open your mouth to play in this particular soup that we're cooking, I will come for you more than the way I came for you. This is just a warning. This is just a warning. Seditious who struggle with this man, where are they today? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Somebody working for public entity, they take the money and carry it to their home and be demanding it. Maggie, he will send other person, go for it. 12 is saying they can go as far as 50. Emma Glasgow, that bank she running to be keeping up to 50,000 in her house. That bank she running to keep 50,000 in her house. That I will talk to you or send people to kill me. The more you're threatening my life, the more I will come for you. President, we are telling your people, if you want your government to sit for the next 3 years, tell your people to stay away from me. I will pardon your small to give you a chance to end your government. But if you don't do it, I will not tell the people to go against you. But the information I will release will make apparent people to get first with you. It's a challenge I'm giving you. If you think I'm just nobody, if you think I'm not important, keep telling your people to come after my life. Keep telling them to harass me. Don't tell my girl Bill Twawe, and Tokonkui, and Finabono to stay away from me. Let them keep coming. Where on earth that Finabono get money from to send money for her daughter? The sum of $10,000 United States dollar every month. Where on this earth? Where on this earth? Finabono's salary now up to $10,000 per month. Where is she getting that money from? Where is she getting it from, my people? Where is she getting that money from? And we're sitting here, people saying we shouldn't talk. Oh, why are you talking now? Oh, you frustrated. Frustrated like how? You see my face like frustrated, man? You really think I'm frustrated? The worst thing I ever did was to accept that green letter from George Weah. For anything I'm looking for my father, honor this, what they call it. For my father, honor this one. The worst thing I ever accepted was to work with George Weah. Because I didn't know I was entering the lion's den, where there were vampires, bloodsuckers, and wicked people who didn't care about tomorrow. Their only concern is to get rich. Sometimes I sat in my office. And you know, I share this with some of my colleagues. I said the rate at which I see the people stealing. I wonder if they're thinking that tomorrow George Weah are going to die. Because when I sit among them, they got nothing. Look, they must start fooling you. I see some of my greedy CDC beginning because they can go to 12 get them money. They come in my inbox, they go in Facebook, in something. Like, now you don't want suffering. I will never suffer again. I will never suffer. Suffering not part of me. I will not suffer. But we will talk the truth. And the truth shall set us free. The truth shall set us free. I've informed the U.S. State Department. Today I officially wrote the U.S. State Department, giving them my ordeal. I wrote the European Union explaining my ordeal. I explained it to the Norwegian government. I went as far as extending letter to China. I don't know whether they're going to take it serious because I don't know about it. But I've written every international organization. I've also written the Lawyers Without Border who are based in the United States of America. I've informed them about the threat that President George Weah and his cabal pose to my life. So when you want, come and kill me. Come and kill me. Come and kill me. My girl, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.